Hello everybody, welcome back to C&S Corvettes in sunny Sarasota, Florida. Sunny and hot Sarasota, Florida today, let me tell you. This is your buddy Lyle here to talk to you about some more interesting, cool Corvette stuff. Before we get started, please take the time to like, subscribe, ding the bell, hit the heart, write to your call your mother. And if you find this video useful, don't forget to hit the super thanks down there and maybe send us a little bit of money to help us support our channel. We very much appreciate it. With that out of the way, let's talk about Corvette hoods. Let's talk about car hoods in general, as a matter of fact. Before we start there, I want to take you back to the dewy slopes of about 1978. If you remember cars from the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, the hood, the trunk, all of that stuff had hinges with gigantic steel springs. You put that big hood up on that 68 Cadillac, and then it'd take you and 3 of your friends to shut it because it was so strong. Those were awesome days, but they were also very clunky, very heavy, and when they rusted, worthless. So, as we moved into the late 80s, early 90s, early 2000s, almost all American cars went to lift struts like this for things like the hood, the trunk, the flip lid on your convertible. Instead of springs, they use these little gas struts, and they make a million different sizes of them. There's only one problem with them. As they age, they tend to get weak, and they are sneaky about it. So you open the hood of your C5 Corvette to change the oil filter, or change the air filter, or just to do some detailing before your next show. What can happen is you pop your hood, you lift it up, and these guys go and lift your hood up just fine. But if internally they've lost pressure due to leakages over time or just being worn out, you could be under the hood of that car, a breeze hits the hood, and these all of a sudden don't have the strength to stand up against the weight of the hood and the air pressure from the breeze, and they collapse and they hit you on the back of the head, which has happened to me more times than I care to think about. Thankfully, it hasn't affected me. Here at the shop, we've adopted as one of our policies whenever we're working on a C5, C6, C7, now even the C8, that uses these to support body panels. Anytime we're working on one of those cars, we use a lift support safety clamp. And that's what this is. This little guy right here, which you can buy on Amazon right now for literally $9 delivered to your house. There's a link below to this thing down here under the video. We use this religiously, and they are absolutely wonderful because you can use them on any lift support, anything like this. It goes right over. I'm going to take you outside and show you how to do it on a car in a second. But this, if you need to hold up anything, if you're at a car show, if you're working on your car, if you're loading your car trunk and your struts are weak, any vehicle that uses these, this will keep them from crashing down on your head, which is very, very important. And you can keep it in your glove box, you can keep it in your toolbox, you can use it on any car that uses these, although in the Corvette in particular, we use them all the time. Now let's walk outside to the C&S race car. I'm going to show you how to use this. It'll take about 30 seconds, but you're going to see what value there is in something this small and this inexpensive to save your head. Hey guys, we're out front at the C&S shop here. I'm going to show you how to install this little guy on those lift support struts. And today we're going to be using the C5 Z06 track car from C&S Corvettes that just got back from a long weekend with Steve at Sebring International Raceway last weekend. I haven't even had a chance to wash it since it came back yet, but performed really well. Hit about 165 on the back straight. Really cool. I'll have some images of that coming in a week or two once we get them from the photographer. But anyway, follow me. Let me show you how this thing works. So obviously we have the hood open here, and let's say I'm getting ready to do something down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, unscrew it to where it's all the way open, okay? You'll notice too, see that little glint of gold in there? That's brass. That's important because when you tighten this down on that steel shaft, if it was the steel screw that was hitting it, it could mar or nick that surface, in which case it would start destroying the little seal that holds the pressure in. By having that brass tip there, it's softer than the steel of the shaft, so it can't hurt it. Very important. So to use this guy, you're going to attach it, you're going to unscrew it all the way out like this, so it's all the way open, right? You're going to slide this on right at the base of the shock itself. You're going to tighten it down till it's snug, and then this little nut. Now, this cannot close. This cannot close. And that is what we use to keep this from conking you in the head. And the moment you're done, the way you take it off, just loosen this nut. Loosen this. Comes right off, goes right back in your glove compartment. Can't tell you how much headaches, literally, this has saved us. So, if you need one of these, you want to keep one in your car, go ahead to Amazon. If you want to buy the one that I'm using here, it's in the description below. Hope this helps you, and I hope it keeps you from getting hit in the head so many times. God knows I wish I would have. Hope you have a good week.